Hello everyone, for this video we went to the park called the Head Smashed In Buffalo Jump, which is run by the Alberta government and is located in the foothills of the Rocky Mountains, about 18 kilometers west of Fort Macleod, Alberta on Highway 785. The site gets the name from an unfortunate accident when a young warrior was too near the lower cliff and was caught when the bison fell over. The site is the location of an annual bison hunt that occurred over the period of 9,000 years. The Blackfoot tribes in the area did this due to the understanding of the land and bison behavior, which made it possible to hunt bison by driving them over a cliff. The carcasses were then processed for food and tools with nothing wasted. In 1981, the park was given UNESCO World Heritage status for its unique features. The buffalo hunt would begin with a spiritual ceremony during which buffalo runners were sent to locate and herd the animals. Others would be disguised under animal hides and would try to lure them to the cliff. V-shaped lanes were created to drive the bison to the most dangerous point on the cliff. The hunt provided meat to the tribes participating in the hunt, and they would dry the meat and make pemmican and tools and tan the hides. Archaeologists have found bone and tool beds almost 11 meters thick. The bottom layer of the site is from the Middle Prehistoric period, a time when they were still using the atlatl, or a type of dart-throwing stick. This was probably about 9,000 years ago. The upper layer includes metal arrowheads, evidence of European contact. So that's a brief history of the site and what it's all about. We decided, as you can see here, to take a walk around the site. This is the lower area and more of a prairie. We were here to this site probably about 12 years ago, but we couldn't actually walk on the grounds like this because there was a mother and her cub, a cougar mother and her cub. But you can see the cliffs there showing up in these shots. There were blackberries everywhere, which is what I use for black chokecherries, which was an ingredient used in pemmican, so it was not too surprising that there was a lot of blackberries in the area. It was a gorgeous day, lots of sunshine. And the trails were well worth it too. If you have a chance and if it's a good day when you come here, I definitely suggest taking a walk around the site. It offers beautiful views of the valley as well. This was probably the main site that the bison would have fallen over the cliff, and it gives some information there on the sign saying what they found during the archaeological investigations. If I remember correctly, I believe the cliffs right now are about 11 meters high. Might be more though. If you look closely there on the tip, there's a hawk sitting on the cliff there. But yeah, blackberry bushes everywhere, lots of them. As we walk through, we start discovering that the blackberry bushes followed the creek here, which would make sense. Just a guess, but it might have been because the seeds were being washed down the creek when they were making pemmican. Here's the upper part of the cliff. You could see the drive lane coming down. So they'd come down across the fence here, and the bison would go to the right over the cliff. So that you could tell when they came down, they probably weren't able to see the cliff edge at all. There's another shot of the upper area in the cliff itself. So the bison more than likely could not see that they were going over the side. The park also has a museum, a pretty good one as far as I'm concerned. It goes through the history of the Blackfoot in the area, their spirituality, how they went about daily life here, as well as modern stories talking about European contact. There's a bit of a diorama showing the bison jump with the archaeology on the bottom. These displays show the different hunting techniques that they would have used on the prairies to hunt bison. The first would have been a corral. This is snow, getting them trapped in snow and getting them that way. The next here is using a valley. I believe they used something like this where I grew up. And then the last one here is, again, kind of a corral system. But that's the end of the video. I definitely recommend you come visit this place. It's really neat. Anyway, thanks for coming over.